doing, fellas?
Great. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Ryan, I appreciate you setting this up, man.
No problem. Glad to have you here and to see you out from the stage.
Oh yeah, I'll be out there. She's gonna be doing the photography.
Oh, cool. You gotta send us some photos when we're done.
Yes.
Great.
So, you guys just had a new release coming, Frames or Pictures.
Yep. Tell me all about it. Go ahead, somebody else.
Frames and Pictures is pretty much tackling the idea of people living vicariously through the internet and kind of forgetting that they have a life going on around them. Pretty much it. It's just real straightforward rock song.
I hear that a lot. Lane and I just interviewed last week here, so I heard a song about the same thing. So, but no, one of my favorite ones is my God, I was listening to it on the way here and I forget, but yes,
There's only 6 of them that are
The Fray, Day You Left.
yes.
There it is.
Your voice is great. And of course, guitar playing. So if we don't mind, Sebastian and I did a interview probably about 10 months ago, something like that. It was online, but we're doing a live one here. So this is Sebastian Duke, the lead singer, and you are.
I'm Pooey, the drummer.
And Ryan Williams.
I'm Ryan Williams, the guitarist. James Lassen, the bass player.
Yep. He's hanging on to us. So, better now. Hey, children, don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's not going to make it.
Oh, is this that kind of shit?
No, it is just we'll put it on PBS.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's right where we belong.
So, Ryan, you're from Ohio.
I am.
Yes. So, what's the scene up like up there? I mean,
I can only really speak to it on the way, kind of like when we were kind of trying to make a name for ourselves in my own band. But it was great. It was a really supportive scene. It was, you remember, so the Black Keys came out, right? And I feel like there was a transformation in the community when those guys blew up. Like, this is possible. I felt like bands started being more supportive of each other. There was more venues opening up, but now it's kind of it's really expanded and evolved. There's a lot of great venues, a lot of great restaurants, even post-COVID. So it's been great, and it's been great to us now. Unfortunately, the Empire Concert Club, where we got our debut as New Monarch, is closing down, but we will be in July. We're going to be at the Musica, and I don't know. I feel like they did it great. What do you guys think?
I mean, it felt pretty good to me. We had 2 shows there, and they both did really well.
Yeah, Ohio in general is kind of feels like a home away from home.
yeah, which is a great car. Seems like you're from Texas.
Yeah, 18 to 19 hours.
Yeah.
This guy has to drive home today.
I do.
That I'd be staying in one home tomorrow. So, anybody else from Ohio? Or just you?
Just
Where are you from?
I'm from Detroit, but I just recently moved to California about a year or 2 ago. Thankfully I'm flying now.
I live in the Detroit area, specifically in Escobar, Michigan.
You a Michigan fan?
I am.
I don't care about sports.
Me too.
Oh, there we go. Go blue indeed. Right? Sorry.
Wait, are you in Ohio?
I was born and raised here.
Sacrilege, brother. You're a
No.
fan?
That's just a smart man. It's a smart man.
So, anyways, you guys tend to rip road.
It sure is, yeah.
Marilyn Manson's up in that area.
Yeah, Chrissy Hine, Devo, the guy that wrote Pac-Man Fever.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
so, tonight's show, man, I mean, tell me what to expect from you guys.
Well, we're going to play every song we know.
Yeah, I'm probably going to play bass.
He's going to play bass really well, probably. But we're going to play all the songs. We have a record written. We have not put it out yet, but we're dropping it piece by piece. Yesterday, we dropped our new single, Frames and Pictures, which we talked about. And we're excited to keep releasing music, but anybody that wants to come out and hear what else we have to offer every night that we get a chance to headline a club, we're going to give you everything. So, but that's what to expect. I would say high energy, soaring vocal, pounding rhythm section, and we're going to plug around a little bit.
So, this is the last show of this, like,
You're right, correct?
what's next?
I don't know if well, we have a tour coming up that we haven't announced yet. When does this come out?
Tomorrow.
We have a tour coming up that we'll be announcing in a couple of weeks, but it'll be in July.
It's going to be with, and it's going to be going from to for about weeks. Look forward to it.
That's that. But yes, we are. There's another tour in the works.
There's not a Tokyo show.
There's not a
Hey man, I want to charge you for that.
Yeah, he's got to clean that.
You can build it.
I just washed this area of my body, by the way, just this section. So,
All right, cool. So, you came from Red Sunrise.
yes.
And I watched the documentary on making a Monarch, Parkwood or whatever, and I thought that was really cool what you said about being, people think you're making big, but making it big is just going into a different class.
Yeah, right. Class of work, and these guys are from the band Wilson. I don't know if you know those guys, but we were all on the same label, and so like that's step one, right? How the bands want to get on a big label, and that's great. But then they have to support you. You have to have a good team behind you, and then it has to hit with fans. I mean, everything I think just presents new challenges, and you get better at certain aspects of this business. But yeah, definitely, and you have to treat it that way. You're going to get stuck, right? Because there's a million other bands waiting to take your spot. So you got to be on top of your game. You got to find a way to survive, get along, and evolve without killing your fan base off. So yeah, I think it's kind of like going to college in a way, right? And then trying to build a career from that.
Evolving and innovating in this day and age is a necessity, I think, for bands. Even if you've been around for a while, like every year things are a little bit different. Whether it's the business or the style of music that people are into, or your influences. But like if you're not conscious of that and willing to accept it and get creative with it, then it makes turning this into a business very difficult. Thankfully, I think we have a great combination of guys, so it doesn't feel like work. But if we were just kind of turning a blind eye to it, it would be difficult for us to kind of keep working our way around. So,
I'd say probably in the last year and a half, I've done 60 videos. So I'm doing 2 or 3 a night. On weekends when we get to Europe. So I hear a lot about business. Growing up, I paid a lot of attention to that stuff. I've always been just really easy about like, let's just say you were part of Testament back in the day. I can tell you like, how old you are, your wife's age. I would have got that jacket and that cassette tape and read it here. So it's always going to use this information, but I mean, I guess it's
you'd be surprised how much that useless information becomes useful.
it really has in this case.
Yeah, and in something like the music business where it is such a small world, you might have that one little piece of information where if you're connecting with somebody, they're like, oh yeah, I know X, Y, Z, and then that turns into something and snowballs. And you knowing that person, you knowing that person,
Right.
that's kind of like what makes the business exciting. Like if you do have that little way in and that little piece of info, like you get a lot farther than you might think.
Right.
I have some balls.
And I mean, just like you guys said, the music industry saturated. So is what I'm doing. When I first started doing it, I thought I was kind of unique, and then I started seeing all these videos about
Camera and a computer.
Right. But I mean, the thing is like a lot of people's interviews that I've watched, they're all about the questions. Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions, which I already did. The rest of it, I just want to talk to you guys about music. That's what it's called. Let's talk music. Right. Sebastian, after we talked, we connected on Facebook and became friends, and then I saw that he was friends with Brian, so I hit Brian up. Brian accepted my request. Through that little chain of events right there, that's how I was able to set this interview.
makes it beautiful.
Yeah.
And we've had those like instances happen with the band in a few years we've been around, and it's incredible. Even like how we got connected with our producer. It was like, oh, who are we gonna do this with? And I was like, oh, I know, Bob Marlette, we did our first record. We hit him up, and all of a sudden we're out there and we're doing it.
Right.
And then that ended up turning into this opportunity where we just were at Sweetwater in September and got to do this really cool master class with him and Sahaj does nothing more than a bunch of it, and that turned into this really cool opportunity to this new song that like I think kind of is helping us define who we are as a band a little bit more, and then through that we've developed now a relationship with Sweetwater and this other producer. It's
I get a lot of stuff from Sweetwater. Just never appreciate it. I keep hitting them up like, hey man, sponsor me, come on.
it takes a while, but they're good.
I want to, what is that? One microphone, Einhauser or something like that. Sennheiser, yeah. I mean, these, I'll tell you what, I paid $200 for them. They're great. They block out a lot of background noise. Not had a problem with them, so I mean, I'm happy with them. I even sent them anything to sponsor me. I'm not asking you for any money, just send me new products and try them out. And like I said, this is a passion for me. This is something that keeps me sane in this fucking world. And I mean, I drive a truck for a living, so and you know how Ohio traffic is.
We all do now.
Yeah, I drive southeastern Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
Yeah, so this does keep me sane, and it's just cool to meet new people. It's cool to meet musicians. I mean, 20 years ago, I'd probably been a little bit, starstruck. But I found out also that
Oh, you're drilling. I mean, we just want to say.
I know. Well, Sebastian's pretty cute.
He is. I know. Yeah. You'll see a little shimmer right here on stage every time we go around. Yeah,
But
that's how he does a super good job.
But I mean,
he comes over in the middle of the show, does this.
Bad time.
but no, it's I mean, I've realized that over the course of doing this that normal human beings, this is a job. Because you're out in the limelight a little bit or a lot. I mean, I think that goes to some people's heads because I mean, I have met a couple of musicians that I've worked with. And I'm like, man, I just wanted to shake the hand and say, it's your job, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, right.
I mean, and I'll tell you real quick the story. The Easy Rider bike area, they have the Chillicothe.
No, but it sounds cool.
Okay, well, Chillicothe kicked him out, so but anyways, Jack will play down there. And they
Jack all the way.
Yeah, they was at a table signing autographs. So it was the last one to walk up. And I had handed Jesse James a beer, and I shook his hand and said, man, I really appreciate your music. And he kind of looked at me, and he was like, give me a second. Went and changed his clothes, come out, and came out to the party. It just, normal guy.
Yeah.
But it takes, I think it takes that kind of connection where you're like, I enjoy the music, not like, oh my God, you're the greatest man ever, or whatever. Because I can see where that would get irritating.
That would definitely be irritating.
Right.
You're like, I'm really not that great. Like, this guy.
I'm awesome on TV, I'm awesome on stage, but I'm an asshole in real life, But, it is. It's what people just, I think, a lot of people don't understand about you guys. It is a job. You have to do it sick, you have to do it, depressed, bad day, at home or something. I mean, you're human, just like the rest of us, you have shit that happens. And you gotta go out here and give it your 100% every night.
I can't speak for anybody else, but yes, it might be a job, but being able to have all of those real life feelings you have when I come and do this, all that shit goes away.
Right.
That's why I do it. That's why I've been doing it for so long.
Therapeutic.
Yeah. So,
Like,
it's job is the greatest job.
I want to go home right now, but I know as soon as I get home, this these dudes will be back out.
Yeah.
It's weird. Very weird. Like there's like this unsafe feeling. You get there and you're like, oh,
We were talking about teleportation today. That's the last thing that they need to make it see that this job's easier. Yeah.
I mean, I get that. That's my favorite. Like projects, so.
It's hard when we're all in different states.
so sorry.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that does sound like. Now, during the COVID period, how did you guys handle that?
That's how we started. Yeah.
If we had to wait for COVID, we probably would have. I don't think it would have happened.
Yeah. We met. I knew these guys. We toured together, right? And I sent him some song ideas with his band. He's also my band, just growing up, and he decided to try to develop. I put up a Facebook ad on Sebastian. That was his first call for drums, and what COVID forced us to do was there was no version of this we were going to be together. And so it's like, okay, well, it doesn't matter that we don't have the same statement. We can't like rehearse, do all the things a normal band would do anyway. So we had to get super efficient with recording and emailing, literally writing songs by email and sending them to each other by piece by piece.
I had never used a dog.
Yeah, I mean, we were like,
I had no idea what I was doing. They're like, hey, record some vocal ideas for this track. And I'm like, how? So like, we're doing like video calls where he's trying to explain reverb. Yeah.
and now everybody's, you know, mixing and producing and writing for other bands, and I think it forced us to be better players, better musicians, but it also set this band up. We can survive in pretty much any climate and still maintain, you know, be creative and be ready to come out and do this without a lot of time together, and that's how it had to be. So COVID sort of set us up for that. Not very
Yes, as difficult a period that COVID was for all of us individually. And definitely put us in a position where we were able to take a lot of power back.
You can actually have time to do something worth doing instead of sitting there twiddling. Hurry up!
We got together quite a few times in the last few years.
Yeah.
But every time we did get together, we had a big plan of action.
There's always
all in like one week, be exhausted.
Production, yeah, it was exhausting. It was like
recording vocals and then going into a music video, get like photo shoots.
Bring it back to the studio, right?
Yeah.
Rehearse. Yeah. We maximize our time.
But
Speaking of videos, where you guys shoot those?
the day you got to, the day you got to which was definitely interesting.
Whole middle of the night rain.
Yeah, I was, for some reason in my head I thought California's going to be warm. What are we worried about? Then as soon as the water dumped up,
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna do that another 15 times. You guys good? All right? We're like, that's great. Yeah, totally. Let's do this. I'm ready to go.
So, get a little friendly over here. One other question. I forgot what's going on right now. Labels. Can you talk about that again?
Not right now. We're on a label called Rama Creative. Mine and my business partners, but the idea, what we want to do with this band is, you know, like you said, power back. Like we're moving and shaking right now, as it is. So I'm not in any hurry to be looking for some record label.
we own everything. Everything is powered to see this.
We decided to play.
So, basically, yeah, what?
Yeah. And some ways, I mean, Ryan can definitely speak to the specifics of that.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing what the label does. You know, we're doing it on our own label. That's what this is, right? You know, we were able to put this together in the pandemic from zero to where it's at now. We're already a national touring act, so I think that's pretty good. You know, we have a long way to go, but we're proud of where we've come from and what we've been able to accomplish on our own. So, no, we're not in a hurry to change hands yet. We're, you know, working right now, so we're happy with that.
That's all that matters, man. Yeah. Maybe you guys are doing your thing, you're loving it, and what they say, you do what you love, you never take a day of your life.
It's a labor of love, that's for sure.
All right, guys. Well, I do appreciate your time, and I look really forward to this show. Sebastian,
Get it? This is why. This is why we don't have nice things.
I don't know, man. But, no, man, I'm looking forward to hearing the music tonight. You know, and you guys have definitely got a fan out of me. better someday. Like I said, I'm not really. I don't want to bore you with questions. I want to know, like, intimate secrets. And like, oh my God, did that girl leave you break your heart? Is that why you wrote that song? I mean, no, they're going to be some basic, easy questions. And you talk about the job, you talk about whatever. Let's talk music. Thanks, Brad. That's like, here's Patrick or otherwise. I did an interview with him, and he sat down, and I said, hey, this is Matt, let's talk music. And he's like, yeah, Matt, let's talk music. He was shot, so. He was a bit entertaining. And just want to say, throw this out there, R.I.P. to Mike from Saliva, the tragedy, some shit. So, all right, let's cut it. Thanks for having us. Thank you.